So I get asked all the time, what do you have your pre-Kers do for school? Like, we're talking 3- and 4-year-olds, sometimes even 2-year-olds. Honestly, if your kid is 2, you do puzzles, you do blocks, you read books, you play, you sing. I never had any of my 2-year-olds do any school. When they sit at the table, they would color with us, but they're 2. They're babies. You let them play. And then depending on the kid, like some kids when they're 3, they still are going to want to color, puzzles, read them books. Don't force writing or memorizing on a 3-year-old if they are not interested in it. If they are, some kids are, my second daughter Natalie was, and then my 4th child Violet was. Not all kids are like that, so I don't force it on them. And honestly, I wouldn't force it on them until you have to, if, you know, we're talking 6 or 7. So the question is, what do you have your pre-Kers do as well? You find how they like to learn and you do that. So, and it's kind of trial and error. Not a lot of busy work. Keep it short. Keep it simple. And that is the best way for them to learn. So with my 4-year-old, she turned 4 almost 2 months ago. Yes, 2 months ago today. These are some things that we do. And it's short and sweet and simple, and she loves it. She asks to do it. I wouldn't push it on her. If she wasn't ready, I would just continue to read, color, puzzles, only fun things like that. She wanted to learn to write her name, so we practiced that, and the easiest way to do that is you write it, they write it. There are websites where you can make worksheets yourself, so you can do that for their names, but we just use markers and rainbow pens, and we make it fun. Whiteboards are kind of hard to write on, and she gets frustrated with those because they're slippery, she says, so we don't do that, but some kids do like that. So she does like to do school with the big kids, and she likes to have her own workbooks, and I know not all kids like that. So, you know, dollar section at Target, Walmart, Dollar Tree, they have all kinds of workbooks you can use. They're not always my favorite, but they have a lot. Thinking Tree makes a lot of workbooks, and this beginning do-it-myself journal is easy. It's very easy for her. I copy off pages and give it to my 2-year-old too. But I'm going to turn this camera around. This is what she does when she wants to be doing book work with the big kids. And she also has a binder just filled up with paper that she does too. So this is what she does when she wants to do book work. And I will flip it around. Say hi. Hi. And show you. Hold on. So here's the cover. This is by Thinking Tree. Well, they usually have it on the side. They make a lot of books. My older kids use these books as well. That's what it covers. And we ordered some Melissa and Doug stickers for the sticker collection. We didn't have any.
And yeah, pretend we have pretend.
So let's show them. Here she wrote Violet. So, has places for your stickers. You're going to color. I like these blank pages because you can either practice writing or add some more stickers. So she loves these mazes. And she knew most of her numbers before this. But this is just fun, extra practice. Okay. Some of these would take a lot of time. And I sit down with her when we've colored some of these. And we color like this. We did this together. And then, like, I copied this off, gave this to my 2-year-old. She did that. She had fun. So, and we skip around. We don't go in order. But you can see, you can start learning little words in the back of this. That was word games. Part 3, put your stickers here. My favorite foods. Draw your family. So this is really fun, really light, easy work. Has a bunch of these where the alphabet is in different styles. Just for extra practice.
Yeah, and also if you want to learn, and also if you want to do one of these books, you could just buy one of them, or if you just want them to come from the mailman, you could do that.
Yes, you order them on Amazon, don't you?
Yep.
So, lots of fun coloring. You're getting your hand coordination skills in there. Trace So this is like pre-writing activities, and she's already writing some stuff, but she has a lot of fun.
And I didn't do this because...
We haven't done it yet, have we?
Because I didn't even know that was there.
So, you can see it's really fun, simple. The Melissa and Doug stickers are fun. So, there was a doll, and you got to pick out their clothes and stick it on them. And that kept her busy for enough time to help my big girls with something. So, that was nice. So, fun, simple, letters, coloring, mazes, animals, tracing, drawing, numbers, logic. And that's what she's doing right now. We're going to order her probably a little tougher one soon. Not tougher, but just give her some more options, I guess I would say. Okay, so we're going to move on here. Fun, games, alphabet slapjack. You can do flashcards, but we already have flashcards, so we don't use it for that. Go fish, slapjack. It comes with the thing. And that is fun. And your little one... Like, I use it for my 4-year-old, so she's learning. The 2.5-year-old plays with us. She's even picking some stuff up. My 7-year-old plays with us, just reinforcing the skills he knows. So that's fun.
And also, I have a bit of this.
Yes. So we have a bunch of sets of these. She's working on this one, and it's just the Bob books. Everyone knows Bob.
You know Bob from...
So, she'll read one of these. Normally, I'll have her read it until she can do it by herself completely without having to stop and ask for help. And that can take 1 sitting, or it could take 4. So, and then she'll go to the next one until she's done. Before we read for the day, before we start this book, hold on. Before we do that, we get our handy dandy whiteboard out.
Yes.
We write the words that she's going to be learning.
Yep.
And we use our magnetic letter tiles. So we write the words. I write them. She finds the magnets to go to them. And then she also tries to write them. And we say them. And it's a lot better than flashcards to me because it's interactive. She's not going to get bored. And she's using so many different sensory. So, like, she's reading, she's building, she's writing. And we usually do, maybe 4 to 8 words. And she has a lot of fun with that. So she's practicing the words before she even starts the Bob book, whether it's new words or words she's already known from a previous book. I obviously start with the new words, but sometimes we'll review and do our old words. And this I ordered on Amazon.
And also
I put all the vowels in a separate little baggie so we don't have to look so hard. For math, these, which I'm sure every homeschool parent probably owns these.
So let's get started.
Yes. So I will tell you what we do with these. Hold on. So for the blocks, we do different things. I'll use the whiteboard again, and I will just write, bless you. I'll write on my whiteboard, like, all the numbers 1 through 10 or 11 through 20, whatever you're doing. And she'll have to put that number of blocks in the square that I wrote the number. And then, of course, adding. You can do so many things with these. We worked on patterns with these. I would draw a pattern with different markers on the board, and then she would line them up with the blocks. I would draw blocks on the board for addition, so I'd have like 2 blocks, the addition sign, 3 blocks, equal sign, and she'd have to put how many blocks that equaled and match the problem with the blocks. And then it comes with a little instruction book that tells you games you can play with it too. So, and my 7-year-old uses these too. He usually just builds things while he does his math. He doesn't really need them, but he has fun doing it. So that's what she does for math. And I'll have her practice her numbers, like once she has laid them all out, kind of like the sight words, or just the words, she'll write down the numbers as well. And she likes to do that on the board a little, but like I said, she thinks it's slippery. And so she'll also practice writing numbers just in a notebook that she has.
And also, do you want to see this?
Yes, she has a clothespin. So, that is that. So that covers...
But also, do you want to use this?
Messy for breakfast. Okay, so that covers spelling, reading. Do you have things to say?
Yeah.
Okay. That covers spelling and reading and handwriting skills and math. She listens in when we do our history with the big kids. When we do science with the big kids, she's in the same room. She's listening. At the end, when I ask the big kids questions, she knows almost as many answers as they do. So she is learning. She's paying attention. And she even likes to do the math work with us with our history. I'll make her little extra copies and the big kids help her. So other than that, again, we do puzzles, and she has a library bag with all of her books that she picks out, and me or one of the big kids will read to her, you know, sporadically throughout the day, just whenever she wants to be read to. And then this is a really fun little game, and it comes in a case so you can travel with it. And there are like so many games you can do with this. You could do memory, Sudoku, patterns again. There's so many. I don't even remember all of them. It's so fun. My big kids like it too. And this again was on Amazon. And then we have just all kinds of games where you match the word to its picture. You put the puzzle pieces together to make the word.
Yeah.
And they're all fun. So that is all. Hold on, baby. That a 4-year-old really needs to do, and that's a lot. So if your 4-year-old's not interested, maybe don't do so much. But she is interested and she does want to. And so that is what she does. So for all the people wondering, what do you do for your pre-Kers? Well, you see what they want to do and you see how interested they are and what they're capable of, and you go from there and you keep it really, really fun. Because you don't want to start their schooling out super strict and hard and rigorous where they automatically think school is boring or hard or bad, or they think that they're not smart. That's the worst way you could start a school experience. You want to start it and try to keep it as fun and light as it can be. And you want to make it look like you're enjoying it. And I do. I enjoy doing all her little things with her. And show that learning is fun, so they keep that attitude and that perspective throughout their schooling, and it's going to make it so much easier for you and for them. And don't fight them if they're not ready. If it's taking them 6 months to learn the letter J, I would stop and I would do something else. I had to do that with my 7-year-old. We had to take half a year off of letters because it just wasn't sticking, and we were both getting so mad. And so we stopped and we started back when he was older, and it helped a bunch. So if your 4-year-old is not ready, don't push it. Just make it fun. Just do as much fun stuff as you can. And if it's your first kid, I know sometimes you're anxious to get started and get going and you really want to do the schoolwork. But just because you're anxious and excited does not mean you should push them if they're not ready. So, but if they are ready, you have fun and you enjoy it. So, because it is a lot of fun to watch those little minds tick-tock, tick-tock. So, yes. So that is how we do pre-K for the 4-year-old.
Yep.
All right, say bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I forgot to mention that she also does reading eggs on our laptop and some games from education.com. And she really enjoys those. My 7-year-old does them. My 2 older girls, who are 11 and 9, used to do them. And so she just saw her older siblings doing it, and she really wanted to do it. And so the reading eggs is a fun game. At the beginning, I had to help her a lot because she wasn't used to using a computer, and it starts out with sight words. So when she was first starting, she didn't even know the sound of every letter. But she picked it up so fast, and she really enjoys it. And so sometimes when she's begging, "Mom, can I please do school? Mom, can I please do school?" And she's just begging and begging. But I've already done her school for the day, and I'm trying to either help my oldest with, their schooling, or I'm trying to clean, or I'm trying to, get something done. Then I can just turn on the reading eggs or the education.com, and she can just do her lessons by herself now. She's learned how to use it. And so she's learning a lot from that, and it's, independent work that I don't have to sit and do anything with her on that anymore. Sometimes I do if I'm not doing anything. I'll sit with her just to see, how is she doing with that. But also it gives you progress reports on that, and she really enjoys that. So yeah, that's another option if you're wanting something else. And those go, education.com goes up to like 5th grade, pre-K to 5th grade. And Reading Eggs, I think it goes up to like age 12. I think so. So they're a good resource to use.